USC women's basketball will have an interim coach. It's not because of a firing, it's because the head coach, Lindsay Goldie, the head coach, is on maternity leave. The interim coach is a good, experienced one. I don't know how good they're going to be this year, USC women's basketball, but because I know they got to deal with like Utah is in the preseason. Of course, we know Stanford is good, Arizona is good. But explain the interim coach. The name is Beth Burns. She was a special assistant at Louisville for 5 years. That led him to two Final Four appearances. She worked under as a grad student and strength coach under Tara Van from Stanford. So that's a reputable name. She was San Diego State's all-time winningest head coach with 295 wins and 186 losses during 2 8-year stints, including 7 NCAA tournament appearances. She's a defensive-minded associate head coach at USC, and she previously filled that role from 2014 to 2017. So her lengthy resume includes nearly every aspect in the game, but she is recognized temporarily. She's expecting a head coach taking over, expecting head coach, and there's a new chapter. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know last year they were 12-16, so I don't know how much they're going to improve necessarily, but you never know because of the transfer portal. But I will go over their schedule. But they do have like CSU, Bakersfield in the non-con, Idaho State, San Diego, San Francisco, Pennsylvania, Utah State, California Baptist, Merrimack, San Jose State, but UCLA as a Pac-12 team. That's going to be interesting. Texas is a non-con. That's going to be a tough game for USC to win. I can say that right now. Even though I don't think Texas is a top 5 team by any means, but they're good. St. Mary's, California. Of course, Oregon State, Oregon, UCLA, all your Pac-12 schools. So that's just a name. Of course, the remaining of the Pac-12 schedule, which I know Utah is receiving votes. Stanford is number in the top 5 for sure. But I want to go check on the preseason rankings. I know I went over this the other day. Or yesterday. I'm just going to go over the Pac-12 schools, just those. Stanford's number 2. That's going to be a tough game right there. So, yeah, that's just Stanford right now that I'm seeing. Arizona's number 19, preseason-wise. So just those 2 schools, and ranked. But Utah is receiving 35 votes. UCLA is receiving 26 votes. So it's not like a horrible conference by any stretch. But it's still a hard conference with those 4 teams. And of course, we know preseason rankings doesn't mean success on the court necessarily. Because we have seen teams in the past in any sport that start very, very high and then finish really, really low. Or not as good as we thought. So I just want to give an update on that. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. That's going to be to 400 subscribers and more by the end of this year.